Welcome to class. Today's workout is the first in a series of workouts where you will be combining 2 strength exercises and 2 mobility exercises in under 30 minutes or so. Let's go ahead and begin. Tools you'll need today include an elevated surface for your heel. I've got a weight plate, but you could use an atlas or something else that's about at 1 to 2 inches in height. And then something that you can pull. So preferably something that has a handle because we're going to be rowing with it later. And that's it. Oh yeah, and some wall space. So let's start with warming up our hips, and we'll hit our mobility first and our strength second today. I've got a PVC because I'm in kind of middle of the space here. You need to have a wall nearby or a piece of furniture, maybe something on each side. This is not about balance, it's about getting the working hip worked and not falling over in the process, or trying not to fall over. So whatever you got nearby, go ahead and get stable with it. Stand strong on that right leg and then lift your left knee up. So it's about in line with your hip. Unless you get pinchy pain in the front of the hip, then bring your knee down a bit until that feeling goes away. And then here's the exercise. We're gonna take a breath in, exhale, set the ribs back, feel this bracing here, and then swing the ankle in, swing the ankle out. If you have the opposite hand, the right hand, on a wall or something, you could take your left hand to that bony part right at the front of your hip, or just around that hip, and then try to feel if you start to hip hike as you swing your ankle out. That can happen, but we don't want it to. Let's do 4 more. 3. So right here, we're trying to find the end range of our internal and external rotation in the hip. 1. Nice. That's good for this round. Let's switch legs. So get strong on the left leg, squeeze the butt, get tall, take a breath, exhale, brace up, and lift that right knee off the ground. And let's hit 10 reps here, swinging the ankle in and out. Things you might want to notice while you're here. Which leg there might be differences. So which leg may feel a little smoother in the transitions, not so herky-jerky jumpy, or easier to hold the knee over a certain point on the floor. Or which one has less compensation. Maybe one side, it was so hard to not hike it, and on the other side, it's just smooth like butter, right? Let's do 3, 2. We'll be building on this in subsequent rounds. This is a great place to start and a great thing to do anytime. 1. Nice. Okay, we're coupling that with a heels elevated squat. Let's do a few reps with our feet on the ground first, and then pop our heels up so you can feel the difference. So just a basic squat. Don't worry about your foot stance. Just feel like it's comfortable. So maybe just bounce up and down a few times where your feet land is good. Just look down and check that one foot isn't spun out a ton and that they're kind of even. And let's pull ourselves down. Try to sit on your heels, essentially, and then stand up. Don't worry about squeezing the heck out of your stand-up. Sometimes when we do that, we accidentally drive into hyperextension. So just stand up and feel that stuff work. Just a little bonus. Okay, I want you to come down to the next squat at the bottom and hold it there. So if you check out my squat, you can check yours out in the mirror too if you like. You can see that I've got kind of a really folded forward upper body, and my knees are almost over my ankles. They're over my laces. Not a really great squat position. It's more of a hinge position. It's more of a deadlift position, right? We already do that when we deadlift or hinge. So we want to squat. We want to be able to sit on our heels, get our glutes engaged. When we hinge like that, we're not getting much butt. It's not happening. So elevate your heels. Put your heels on top of that plate or whatever you've got. Make sure that your arches are not supported. We want the arches not like jammed back into the edge of that. We want them out in open space. And then try a squat here and feel the difference. For me, it just feels more open and comfortable on my low back. I just like how that feels. I'm gonna go to the other side so I can see my profile. So see, it's amazing. Let's do 3 more. We'll load it up on the next round. 2, and 1. Are you sold? If you had a great squat without that elevation, feel free to keep your feet on the ground. For myself and a lot of people I work with, it really helps get good depth and just feel better. So try it if you can. All right, we're going to move on to upper body mobility first. We're going to start with wall peels. I'm going to show you a couple reps in open space, but I want to start with our backs at the wall. So this is the part where you need a wall. Your heels don't need to be in contact with the wall, but your butt and your mid back, or your upper back and mid back, need to be. Okay, and then put your head against the wall as well to start. And we're just going to work on articulating one piece of vertebrae at a time away from the wall, and then one piece at a time back onto the wall. Let's go ahead and cross our arms over each other, one hand on the opposite shoulder, or maybe the bicep, or you can grab the t-shirt if you want. And we're going to take a breath in. Exhale, pull your chin down, and then start to peel from the top of the back down off the wall until you have just one little bit of real estate left in that mid-back stuck to the wall still. So don't go to the point where just your butt's on the wall. Keep that last bit there. Keep a natural curve in your lumbar spine. That's your stop point. And then let's turn around and peel it back up until everything is back on the wall to your head and your ribs are not protruding out. So keep that bracing going. Take a breath in. Exhale, peel down. You get any little pops on the way, it's a bonus. Inhale on your way up. Exhale, peel down. Exhale, peel it up. I mean, inhale. You knew. Last one, exhale, come on down. Inhale, peel it up. All right, nice. Real easy with the wall, right? Let's make it harder. Come away from the wall. Now you're going to have to feel when the low back is starting to get involved and cut it out, okay? And now we also have no wall in the way, so when we come back through the center, you could do a little bit of extension by lifting the sternum up. So you should feel the work here, not in the low back. Let's try 3 reps here. So inhale. Exhale, draw the low ribs back. Solidify into the floor a bit. Get a good stance, wide stance, and peel down. Chin tucks first, and then one vertebrae at a time off your imaginary wall. And then inhale, come up to neutral. Exhale, set the ribs back, because we want this to stay right here. And then inhale, extend the upper back. So lift your sternum toward the sky, squeeze your butt, keep those ribs on your body. Don't let the bending come from the low back or the hips. I can't get back into it now. And then exhale back to neutral. Okay, let's try that again. Inhale. Exhale, draw the ribs back, peel down. Inhale, roll it up. Exhale, set the ribs, squeeze your butt. Inhale, try to go into extension, which means lift the sternum. Hang on to the hips, hang on to the front ribs, bracing the abs. Keep the chin on the body or neutral, and then exhale back to neutral. Last one, inhale. Exhale, peel down. Inhale, roll it up. Exhale, get strong right here. Hold that tension as you inhale and lift the sternum. Exhale back to neutral. All right. Second part is a pulling exercise. So we just worked the thoracic spine with extension and flexion. Now we're going to work on rotating the ribs and the thoracic spine a bit. So pick up your weight. We're going to get into a split stance. So if you've got your dumbbell or your object in your right hand, your right leg is going to step back, and I want you to hinge over just a little bit. And then I'm going to ask you to pull, thinking about pulling the elbow to the hip pocket, making that kettlebell or dumbbell kind of end up at where the ribs end, the low ribs end, somewhere in there. Another thing you can do to add rotation is reach the left arm down as your right arm pulls back. So your nose stays pointing to the ground, your hips stay totally still, and the only thing that's moving is your sternum is rotating side to side, and your elbow on your pulling arm is pulling back. 3 more. 2, 1. I just threw a lot at you at once. We're going to practice that and not change it anymore for these next 2 rounds. I think it's important to get to this part quick so we can get lots of reps in. So making mistakes is okay. It's going to happen. Stride that left foot back. Most of your body weight needs to be in the right leg. It's the forward leg. Hinge over just a little bit, and then take a breath in. Exhale, pull. Reach the right arm down, and then inhale, reach. If your breath is not coupling with the work well, don't worry about it. That's like one more layer that you don't need to worry about much yet. If you're feeling your low back a lot, you might be doing a little bit of twisting as you're pulling. We don't want any side to side stuff. We want your spine to be like it's on an axis here. So it's really strong and rigid all the way from crown to tail. If it won't quit hurting, just take the rotation out and pull with your shoulders staying square, sternum to the floor. 3, 2, 1. All right. Whew. Nice. Okay, let's start building some more work into these rounds. We're going to do 10 squats. I want you to load up your squat appropriately for whatever you have around, but also so that 10 feels like enough. Like the last 2 are pretty hard, but you can eke them out, okay? So let's get our heels up on the elevated surface. If you've got something that doesn't really have good handles, you can just put it against your chest. I've got a kettlebell. I'm going to put it at my sternum here, tucking my elbows in. Take a breath. Exhale, come to the bottom. Don't bounce out of the bottom, and stand up again. And that's it. You could start inhaling on the way down, exhaling on the way up, excuse me. If you have a fairly heavy load, you can inhale, brace, stand up and exhale. Takes a little longer, but it adds more stability and it keeps that Coke can body protecting your low back. 6, 7. If you counted your own reps and you're ahead of me, you can count your reps and not mine. 9, 10. Nice. Oh, I flip-flopped, didn't I? It's okay. We're going to be all right. Okay, left knee up. We're going to hit capsule cars. 2 different locations, or we're going to add a hold this time. 9, 8, and we're in black on black again, not recommended for filming. 7, so this is what it looks like from a different angle. 6, 5, remember you're trying to hold that knee still in space. 3, 2, okay, when your ankle gets out here again, hold it. 10, 9, tuck your tail, stand tall on that right leg. 6, 5, keep lifting the ankle out. 4, 3, 2, don't put it down. 1, swing it in. 10, 9, get tall on that right leg again. 7, squeeze into hip extension. Make sure you're not going back into a back bend. 4, 3, 2, 1, put it down. Nice work. Same thing on the other side. Ready, set. Here we go. Nice and tall on the left hip. Squeeze the butt. Swing the ankle out and in. Woo! Have you decided which side is smoother or which side is crampier? I can tell you 5, 6, I can guess that it may be the left side. 8, you can comment if you want below if I'm right or wrong. 9, 10, swing it out, hold it. 10, 8, make sure you're not hiking the hip. 5, make sure you're not dumping out to the side. 4, 3, keep lifting the ankle. 2, 1, hard part's over, the second part's easy. 7, 6, don't shrink. 5, keep tucking that tail, look for space in the low back. 4, 3, expand this. 2, 1, let it down. Nice work. Okay, we'll stick with our original plan on the upper body just to confuse you. So we'll sandwich our mobility. We are gonna work on the next position that our thoracic spine goes in, which is gonna be rotation. So get a nice wide stance, take up some space, take a breath in, exhale, tuck your tail, draw the ribs back, feel this canister body again. So we're going from maybe here to here, really solid right through here. The more tension you create from the ribs and below, the more work you're going to get done in this thoracic spine region. You can get really good strength training done once you get into that realm of being able to create your own tension. All right, you're holding that canister body, you're breathing. Let's go ahead, take a breath in again. Exhale and rotate to your right. Really twist strong, and you should feel your legs light up so that your hips don't come with you. Inhale through the center. Exhale, rotate the other way. So what I mean by your legs lighting up or your hips not coming with you is as you turn, if your legs are kind of hanging out and sort of strong but not much, your hips are going to point the direction your body's rotating in through the center. Instead, screw those legs into the ground, take up some space with your feet, and watch as your hips stay facing that direction in front of you and your body and your shoulders turn. Let's do 2 more reps. Inhale through the center. Exhale to the left. 1 more set. And exhale. Nice work. All right, back to the last movement is a pull. I'm gonna go up in weight a bit. Feel free to join me. Remember, if your right hand has the weight, then your right leg steps out of the way. Get into a nice tall position. Shift most of your weight onto the left leg. So just light on the toes of your right foot and then hinge forward a little bit. And let's pull 10 times. Remember, you have the choice of reaching the left hand down as you pull, as long as you can stay nice and long through the crown, out the tail. 7, 8, 9, 10. I know you're thinking, I need an official counter. I'm always losing track. Was that 11? All right, left arm's got the bell, left leg steps back. Light on the toes of the left foot. Shift your weight forward, just a little bit heavier in the front of the foot on the right leg. Hinge forward, take a breath. Get really strong through this midsection and pull. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Nice work. How far are we in? All right, 18 minutes, we're good. Let's go to another round of squats. I encourage you to add a little bit of resistance. Pop those babies up. Let's get 10 with this goblet hold. Here we go. Nice work getting down to the depth that gets your glutes engaged. You should kind of feel a little extra at the bottom. If you're able to find that, great. If not today, don't worry. Someday. I've got 3 left. Another thing I love about the squats, so much bracing needed for them with that weight out in front of you. All right, hip capsules. We're gonna add a layer here. So start with the left leg working first. Take a breath, get tall on that right leg, lift the left knee. Let's hit 5 reps here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to move a quarter turn out, the same leg, a quarter turn out to the side. When you do that, again, your headlights face me. That knee swings out to the point where it doesn't start taking your hips with you. So really feel that edge when you hit that edge of the hip. Don't worry about how far it is in comparison. Everybody's is going to be unique. Let's hit 5 reps here. 5, it's going to feel harder to hold still. So now this is a really good time to spot something along off the edge of the knee and try to hold that knee in front of the thing. 2, we're going to do a hold here. I know, just 5 seconds. Hold it out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing through. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. Holy moly. All right, strong on the left leg. Right knee comes up. If you're using a PVC, by the way, it doesn't work as well standing up and down as it does kind of digging in the bottom end of it. So you have a little more purchase to pull through. Let's do 5 reps here with the knee directly in front of the hip. Doing great. Once these feel smooth, it's so nice. And draw the knee out to the side. Make sure your hip headlights are still facing me. And let's hit 5. Where's this stick gonna fit? There we go. Nice. And this is another one where you might feel your tail try to tuck and untuck, especially as you swing the heel back. Don't let it go. Get really strong on that left hip. So squeeze the butt, tuck the tail under. 2, and it'll take care of the opposite side. 1, holding here. Swing it out and hold it for 5, 3, 2, 1. Swing it in. 5, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Awesome work. Let's go to our upper body thoracic work. We're going to work on the last of the 3 directions our spine goes in. It goes in flexion, extension, rotation, and then lateral flexion. So that's next. Let's go ahead and cross over. Take a breath in. Get a wide stance. Squeeze that back, tuck the tail. Exhale the ribs back. Okay, got some solid body below the ribs. Let's do a rep. Head to your right first. Inhale. Exhale, side bend to your right. Don't let your left shoulder start to rotate forward. We're not working any rotation here. We're just side bending. Inhale through the center. Exhale to your left. So I almost have to think about pulling my right shoulder back through space, or it just kind of rolls forward. Inhale. Exhale. You could move to a wall if you're not feeling when you're rotating or not, or if you're rotating or not. And then you just slide across the wall, keeping both shoulder blades attached. If you want to work on strength more, come away from the wall, get really solid and pull yourself in. Push with that left leg as you move away from it. Drive it through the floor. Squeeze the butt into extension. One more rep each direction. Last rep, best rep. Nice work. Shake it out. Get your dumbbell. Let's do our set of rows. Let's see if we got time for a fourth and final set. So right hand, right leg, steps back. Shift your weight forward into that left leg. If you want a little bonus point, a little bonus work, you can pull back through the left hip. So you're kind of trying to square the hips or even hike the left hip up. Lean forward and pull. Pulling that left hip back through space might make this stuff freaking light up, okay? If you don't have it this time, it's okay. It takes some practice to find. 6, 4 more. Couple troubleshooting things you could do is make sure your knee is right over your ankle on the right leg, and that most of your weight is in that right leg. Let's switch sides. Dumbbell goes to the left hand, left toes stride back. Get real light on that leg. Shift your weight forward onto your onto your right foot with your knee staying above your ankle still. There it is. Hinge forward a bit. Pull that right hip back a little bit until you feel a stretch on the outer hip. And let's go. 10, 9. Keep that big toe anchored on the right foot. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, we did it. Fourth and final set. Let's hit it out of the park this time. Pick up your heaviest option. All right, I gotta put my money where my mouth is. Going up. Ugh. 10 reps. If you can't find 10 because it's so heavy, good work finding that. And you can stop at 8. Here we go. It's okay to have some pace as long as you're not bouncing out of the bottom and using momentum. I've got 4 more. Good. Last one. Ay. That was good. Okay. Hip mobility. Last time, we're going to do a set of 5 in each position with a hold at the end of each set. So starting with the left leg up, take a breath. Exhale the ribs back, tuck the tail in, lift that left knee, and let's hit 5 internal, external capsule rotations. 3, 2, okay. Hold that ankle out, get really strong, keep that tail tucked. Keep pulling that hike down. So hip comes down, ankle goes up. 3, 2, 1. That was a long 5 seconds, wasn't it? Here we go, other side. Good work. Stay tall through the crown. 4, 3, 2, 1. Move right out to position 2. So hip headlights face me. Knee opens up. Kick out the cramp. Get really strong on this right hip. Squeeze it into extension. And let's hit 5 here. 4, spot something in line with that knee. So squirrely on this side. 2, this is my bad side. 1, hold that ankle out. Keep trying to lift the ankle. Keep the hip down. Keep the tail tucked on that standing leg. 3, 2, 1. Swing it in. 10. Oops, I gave my secret away. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it down. Holy cow. Switch it out. Here we go. Big breath in. Exhale. Find your canister body. Draw the right knee up. 5 reps here. Oops. 5, 4. Home stretch here. 3. Get to rest after this round. 2 for the day. Hold that ankle out. Pull that hip shift down. Get taller out of the left foot. Lift the ankle. Draw the low ribs back. Stay braced here. 3, 2, 1. Swing to external rotation. The thigh is externally rotating. The ankle comes in. It's confusing sometimes until you got it locked in. Keep going. Try to lift that ankle. Try to stay tall out of the left hip. 3, 2, 1. Second position. Hip headlights stay facing me. So you feel something on the outer edge. That's when you stop, right? And let's swing the ankle in and out. 5, 4, 3. Okay, stay strong and tall on that left leg. 2. Hold the ankle out. Keep lifting the heel. Get the hike out of the hip. Stay taller. Get taller on that left leg. Draw down into the floor if you got a PVC. all the way through that arm. 3, 2, 1. Other way. This is it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Only thing left to do is thoracic stuff. I want you to pick up a dumbbell this time, and we're going to just load our lateral flexion. So maybe you did these like in the old school gym days. Hold a dumbbell or some other object in one hand, and you're going to side bend both ways. You could try that here, so you know that you're staying pretty much in position. Otherwise, you can stand in open space, take up some space with your legs, take a breath in, exhale, ribs back, tuck the tail, get really strong from the ribs down. Bring your legs together a little bit. Forgot we're going to hit our legs on this with this object. And start to move. Pull through the center. So you're just doing kind of exactly what you did before, only now you're moving fluidly and you got some resistance. If you can, try to go slower on the way down on that weighted side, and then find a normal tempo on the other side. Try 3 more. This is working obliques, and we're still doing lateral flexion. Couldn't get the word out. 1 as well. Switch hands. But now we're getting a little bit of work getting the rib cage to move with the spine. Here we go. Get solid on the exhale. Pull the ribs back, tuck the tail, solidify the feet into the floor, get really anchored, and let's come down. And then through the center. Roll it down through the center. Nice. Try not to let the shoulder shrug to the ear as you go to the side, or each side, especially that side that's got on the weighted side. Let's do 4 more. Two more. Last one. All right. Not dizzy yet. Last exercise, last round. Put that weight in your right hand, step the right leg back, get really light on the right foot, shift your body weight over that left foot, and pull the left hip back through space. So, whoop, right? Hinge a little bit. Make sure the ribs are buried, and then let's pull away. You know, just took 10 steps to get set up, right? But remember, more stability is going to be safer for the back. So if your low back is shot, you can get your hand on a bench. I got a bench right down here, and stay as stable as you can. And 10, nice. Switch hands, step that leg back. Pull the stance hip back, get really heavy on that leg, hinge and pull. Think about where your ribs are, try to get them tucked in. So you feel that bracing here in the mid-body versus out here, right? This feels much better and more secure for me. 9 and 10. Whoop. So we did it, nice work. Got through 4 rounds, including the warm-up. Got some really good hip capsule mobility and thoracic spine mobility done. Nailed that really well. So you're good to go for the day. If this is all you have time for, it's plenty, right? So nice work. I can't wait to see you at the next workout.